Everybody, this is Linewar, and if you didn't know it already, you will be surprised at just how good this game is. For those of you who are familiar, this is supposedly a brilliant match. I have not watched this one before, but I'm certainly looking forward to it. We have one of the developers in here. We'll see how he goes. I've got my stats looking at him. This shows his economy and such. We'll see how well he does. Anybody who isn't familiar with this game, it is fantastic. I play it myself, just trying to get the lads to join in a little bit sometimes. We've all been a bit busy, as you'd expect, coming to Christmas. So what's going on is we have the dev stationed in this bottom right corner. He is teamed up with, I'm going to call that Dacia, alright? He's called Dacia, or she, we don't know. Then we have the evil lobster up in this top right corner. Then we have El Mihi, we call him Mihi from now on. He's stationed down here. Those two teams are teamed up, and then we have these two teams down here. So it looks like developer has gone for a bit of an econ city, and he has access to the fuel. So in this game you can share fuel with your allies. In the beta version, this is what this is. It should be coming out soon once you've finally refined it to what it needs to be. So it looks like he's going to be the support, while Dacia is going to be the main force. However, they have both gone for a bit of econ, some navy going on there. Yeah, all trying to secure the fuel by the looks of things. This is probably going to be a lot of navy in this one. Oh, look at this, look at this. Al Mihan has already tried to conquer, get a sneaky outpost on the other team's side. It's pretty obvious where they're going to be. There is a fog of war in this. Where's it gone? That one, here we go. So this is what the Bravo team can see currently. So they have no idea that Alpha team has just landed down in the bottom left-hand corner, and is moving over there with a good mix of infantry and artillery. There are no sign of any units of air anywhere. We've got a little bit of oil, capturing territories. If you're unaware, territories are your main source of income. The more territories you have, the more you generally get. I can't remember the exact numbers, but there are other ways of getting money as well. These are industry sites. Oh, there you go. There's some money on it there. Makes 22 quid per minute. And the city, 120 per minute, but they are very expensive. This dockyard port site, oh, there you go, equals 3.8 territories, just that building alone. So when there's limited room to expand, econ buildings are essential. Both teams seem to be going for a naval approach, more so from the evil lobster. He has two built up already. Oh, actually, no, the Mahine has gone for more naval than the lobster. However, Influenza, I've never known how to say it. The developer will stick to that. He is still currently in his support role by the looks of things, just placing down some factories, or I can't tell from this stage what they are. These are your supply depots. All the oil can be stored in there. Currently he's got 300 storage maximum, so obviously oil is going to be a bit restrained in this. Do we have first contact yet? Can't see each other just now. No, not quite. When they see each other, though, that's going to be a bit of a hello surprise. We've got the blue team moving up now, and Dasa doesn't have that much in terms of firepower on the ground floating around. So at this point in time, that's going to be a bit of a struggle. We've got Maheen pumping out and supplying all this area with more units. He's going for the back cap of all this, which will severely deny the Bravo team's area of economic expansion. And there's this island up here, which I'm surprised nobody's gone for. Oh, there we have. We've got red team up here. The lobster has landed. That island could be absolutely key to this entire campaign. I am surprised that Bravo team has not tried to expand onto that or the other island. So Alpha team has definitely got the upper hand already now, as they'll be fighting in Bravo team's back door. They must have seen each other by now. Yeah, look at that. See, now he's just noticed them. Now he's having to backtrack and move those. Probably going to go in a defensive line just to try and contain that movement. He has no idea what Maheen has down here. So far, there's no factories or anything. I'm going to be expecting some production down here from Maheen, which is the blue team. Red team, they're still going on for the production of ships. I just heard a airport be plopped down. That will be by the developer. Oh no, yeah. So Decisive, first airport on the match, I think. Yeah, it's got to be. He's expecting probably maybe a tank rush. There is enough oil for that. However, the Navy will more than likely be taking most of that up. We have first contact in the Navy up here. Those submarines are absolutely piercing towards those cruisers. Lobster's backing up. Currently, he doesn't have much there to defend itself. However, that cruiser is neither finished, and so is that missile boat. Will it be enough? I don't know. I've not seen this replay. Cruisers are massive. I can't wait for the aircraft carriers to come in. So as it stands now, if you're not aware, the airports can support 5 different aircraft, and I think it's rumoured that the aircraft carrier will support 2. On some maps, that will be absolutely dominating if you can get the naval dominance in the beginning, of course, which is always key. Oh, there's that defensive line I told you about. They're all stretching out. All that hard work of digging those sandbags makes them tired and the health a bit lower, so they just need a bit of recovery time. However, there is no artillery to be seen at all from Decisive. So if I was me, these artillery, if I had the numbers here, I'd just try and pepper those infantry, but they can always just drop on. That artillery is what's stopping this defensive line and the unknown. See, you can't actually see what he's got, so he's just been very cautious. I think both teams are being a bit cautious there. However, Blue is obviously trying to get backtrack all of this, which will really boost his economy. So he's just waiting and to give himself a bit of a head start. But this will give Decisive time to build up his forces and prepare counter-attack on there. This is still going on. Managed to take out one of the ports. That's a good move, but it's not going to be enough, unfortunately. That submarine's going to go down. Bit of a stalemate there, but nice move on getting that dockyard out the way. Immediately getting another one up, and he's getting an airport there. That might all be to help with the naval. That airport, we can't see it, but that will be able to supply aircraft at a range of, well, down here somewhere. Probably not far enough. If they had bombers, if they produced the bombers, they could probably hit most of this. There's currently no anti-air visible, bar from a few ships, which are currently cruisers. Yeah, cruisers will absolutely decimate those missile ships. And that's from Blue team, so that's good teamwork coordination there. All this is still being captured by Blue. Red team are concentrating on this northern island. Looks like the first units have seen, which are near the combat area, from the developer, who's in his current support role. He's getting his econ built up, get the cities, industries, while he can. There's no pressure on him right now. But I think both players on Bravo team have been a bit conservative, as they are now losing ground Blue team has, I mean, not blue, yeah, blue has definitely secured all of this down here. It's got buildings being constructed, so he's expecting to be able to sustain himself down there now. Still pumping out the units, still capturing a bit of territory, but that's mostly finished, so those extra units will be going to the front line. Now this naval game, we've got another sneaky dockyard up there. It's going to start escalating soon. 3 dockyards. Got some ships from both teams. We've got 4 dockyards and a sub-pen from Dasa, and developer has his own shipyard there, but he's not actually producing many units himself. He's going for the full econ right now by the looks of things. Full support role. You can share money in this. So there may be... Oh, he's going for a quick scout down here. That's a very good call. I mean, he's been blue team has been left down here for a long time, slowly developing. Scouting runs are very much necessary in this game. If you know what's coming, you can deal with it a lot better than if you don't. Same as any tactical situation. Here we go, we've got another airport here. And those planes from developer are starting just doing some harassment. More and more of a scouting run, to be honest. Probably going to get taken out by the SAMs here. It's got to go down, surely. This one, yeah. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. He's trying to build the city here. And he's going to continuously... Looks like he's going to be doing some amphibious assaults. This island looks to be the main aim right now from Bravo team. Going to do some sneaky landings. I'm surprised that they're not trying to push them off this side, because all that really is their money for the taking. You'd think it would be a lot easier being on home soil to take this area out while they can. They've had plenty of time to build up their forces to shove them off on this, and I mean they are building up some artillery now, but is it a little bit too late? I don't know. There's a lot of forces here now as it stands now. If that artillery was defended properly with body blocking infantry, they will decimate all of the Dasa's infantry. Dasa is this cyan colour here. These blue is already doing it, trying to get some infantry there just to body block. Don't think he timed it too well, so he's just rushing them all in now. Even these anti-air SAMs will blast through some of these infantry. If that artillery stays alive, then he's definitely in for a shot and needs to keep hold of that, as this infantry here, artillery here, is coming in. Both trying to build factories now. I think they're trying to finally push them off. Maybe a bit indecisive as to which direction to go. Still trying to ship off some units up there. That's just going to get taken out. That seems a bit of a waste, personally. We've got some more aircraft being used. The Bravo team will not see them. This is what they currently see. They just see a load of units, as you'd expect now to have some enemy buildings in this area for definite. It's getting a good amount of infantry built up, but there's not enough infantry to body block. So that's just going to be a bit of a calamity there. The Navy, both teams are building this up now. And it looks like the Lobster is fully taking control of this island, making sure it's inaccessible. So Bravo team will just be making bad trades now. Anything that goes on there is just going to get decimated. I mean, you can do it where if you manage to get a sneaky couple of units up here, and it's most always possible to have it so that other team doesn't notice that you've captured this territory. You can build a couple of sneaky barracks with some commandos in, and when the time's right, you can wipe out the entire island. Big naval battle going on now. This is probably a bit of a desperate push. They know they're on the back foot. Not sure who's going to win this one, but Bravo team's submarines will be doing a great deal of damage. But here come in the jets from the Lobster. Bravo team doesn't have the missile ships, and they're getting hounded now by 5 strikers. They're going to deal a hell of a lot of damage. Cruisers on both sides are going to get decimated by the submarines and the strikers here. Definitely needed some missile ships mixed in there, or their own air force before that push. That's a shame. I think that was a miscalculated attack. Maybe that's what that striker from the developer was about, trying to instigate a response via aircraft to see if they had any. Maybe it was a false sense of security. Mahine is supporting Lobster now, and that will be Bravo team's navy pretty much devastated there. They are still producing more units. This has escalated. There's too many things to look at at once on this. How's this going to end? Not too sure. It looks like Mahine has the upper hand here in terms of unit numbers. Are we going to see... Now we've got some reinforcements coming from Dasa. Units are still being produced. However, blue team still has things being produced here. Money is probably an issue, as these factories aren't actually producing anything unless that is a bug. That looks like a bug. Oh, there you go, developers. There's another one for you to fix, unless it's just a replay thing, because I'm currently looking at the other team. It seems to be as... yeah, it's still a bug. It's just a replay bug. Nothing major. Looks like he might be trying to claw it back, but... oh, here we go. Some units from developer is coming to support his teammate here. Up here, we've still got some minor landings trying to happen. It's just not going to work with the production buildings that they've got up here and the air support. They can't see the production buildings, but you've got to know you're not going to be taking that island anytime soon. If it was me, I'd be seriously concentrating on clearing this entire area out here. That is a lot of money going to Alpha team, which Bravo team should have been able to secure. I think it's just a mishap in priorities. Got to keep the navy strong, however. If Alpha team manage to get the naval dominance, then they've pretty much won this, as they will not be able to do any naval invasions. This is looking pretty rough for Bravo team. Mixed teams now. Nice to see a good mix of colours all in there, but Mahine's artillery and infantry combination with some SAMs in there to protect against aircraft, which haven't played a big role so far for Bravo team. They've got a couple of helicopters and strikers being built, but it's not going to be enough. Fuel isn't an issue. They should be... well, they've got to expect... so yeah, they've got them in the back, as you do. Keep a few SAMs at the back. Anything that comes flying over will just get missiled to death. It does look like it's a bit of a desperate defence, throwing everything at it now that they have. They've abandoned the naval invasions, bar from a couple of bits here, possibly just to try and keep the pressure on. But as you can see now, the cruiser's going to get hammered. That's a nice trick. I like this play, having your naval cruisers there to support the naval invasion. Very good, but it lacks any kind of missile anti-aircraft weaponry in there. Blue team's going to be destroying a couple of factories here, I think, if they can keep this momentum up. They are starting to lose out on numbers. It's not sustainable at this current point. The artillery is dwindling down, but they're going to get that factory there, which will cost blue team dearly. Money is very tight in this particular battle. As you can see, the developer is only getting 971. Land units production cost has really gone up since. As you can see, there's lots of artillery now and factories being thrown about. They went for a bit of an econ run rather than expansion, and I think it's hurt them. There you go, that's one factory down. Blue team have gone for a second landing up here, just to try and have two fronts at the same go, spread out that Bravo team's work. Yeah, this is slowly slowing down. Looks like they've secured it for the time being. Blue team are going to have to secure this. I would do it here. It's just, the best choke point that they've got. If they can, just start building up a few units there. Make sure that this does not just flood down south. Oh, this is a good move. Looks like the Navy's being pushed out here. The subs have been detected as there's so many planes in the air. That is a big striker force now. And the Navy is also being built up for Alpha Team. I don't see Bravo Team winning this. They keep trying to get a beachhead on here, but they're just floating into lots of resistance right now, which isn't any good. They're sending the missile ships to attack these ships on the these units on the coast, which are just getting hammered. They need those missile ships to protect the Navy from all of these strikers here. I wouldn't be sending those up there. They're well within range of the artillery. That's just a waste of ships. But there's so much going on here. I am not surprised things are actually getting missed. Looks like Blue Team has finally captured all this, so everything they have now is going to start flooding up north. But the push counter-attack is on. Blue has lost his momentum. Doesn't have enough units in the air in the area right now. Maybe he's overcommitted. But navally, definitely more dominant now. There's a lot of cruisers. They're using the aircraft now, but we've got a good mix of units from Alpha Team, but they are running low on fuel. That is a big issue. Fuel, if you're not aware, will make all of the units... Oh, it seems to be just blue. Maybe they're not sharing fuel appropriately. That's a teamwork issue, as red do seem to be quite happily moving around. Oh, those strikers are just not in enough numbers. I do like them very much in yellow, though. That is nice styling on there. This again could go either way. Blue can't get his ships in the area to support his teammates, so red is taking a lot of the hits, but Bravo Team's ships are slowly being peppered. They don't have the numbers. I wonder if the Air Force is going to come in. They were struggling for fuel, so maybe not. Ground the Air Force so your ships can move forward. Clearly has dominance now in that particular section. Blue is starting to recoup now, but they're walking into a wall of artillery. Slow moving, but a powerful force. That artillery infantry will get decimated. So Blue needs to build up his own artillery pretty quickly. Bravo Team moving the ships back even more. And here come the rest of the strikers to try and give them a bit of a final blow. Give those ships some time to recuperate. Just accidentally lost another one there. Might still be a couple of subs floating around. I think the strikers cleaned it up. This is tough now. This is really tough for Bravo. I cannot see them actually getting anywhere, to be completely honest. This island here is still producing units, so it's very strong. They've halted the transport ships going up north onto that island. Their main concentration does seem to be on recapturing this entire area here, which is something that I mentioned earlier as being vital. But the naval race is being lost. Blue team do not have enough fuel. Red team do. If we have a look, red has 2, 3 refineries here and a power plant. They've got plenty of fuel, whereas blue, yeah, they don't really have any. We've got a power plant there, but it's not enough. Their reserves are probably really low. There's not many. Oh, here we go. They're trying to recuperate all this fuel crisis now. There's only one storage pot, which I'm surprised at. Maybe if they had more storage, they would be good, just like what Bravo team have done here. Lots of storage so you can sustain a big attack. Not that they really need the storage now, as the Navy doesn't really exist. It does look like Alpha Team are going to potentially wipe out now. the dockyards. Helicopters doing a lot of damage here. Not really any missile ships. They are vulnerable though. Looks like they've just run out of ammunition. Don't think it's going to be enough from Bravo to... Here come the... Wow, a horde of strikers now coming in. They're going to be taking out those cruisers, trying to protect the rest of the ships that they have. I wonder if they're going to go for the buildings. Yeah. Trying to take out those dockyards. That will stop any more ships from being produced. I hope they don't. Just pick all of them and then none of them actually get done because there's not enough damage. It's not enough concentrated fire, but they do have one dockyard down. These landings are still going on, but it's not enough. However, this area is now heated up again. Looks like Blue has definitely recovered. Finally got some more units in the area. But that is a lot of artillery from Bravo team. Slowly pushing it back. What will be slowing them down though is as they're capturing this area here, the units do stop and wait around just to capture it. Maybe the full focus should be on pushing rather than capturing, just in this case, as it looks like it's going to be a bit close. You're going to need everything that you could possibly get. This mountain range here, that's going to be difficult to take, as units are very well concealed in this entire area. These infantry units will probably not be seen until they're right on top of the enemy units. Over here, yeah, as I suspected, they destroyed a couple of the dockyards and they're actually making naval landings now. That's going to be a big push in support of... so Blue's trying to hold all the main force of Bravo team here, which is a... then so far it's doing alright. It's going to be a very slow advance, but Bravo do have the advantage there. Going to be taking back some of their money as well. Looks like Alpha team, the Lobster, has enough fuel for his aircraft now. Hopefully he's going to be finishing off the job on getting rid of these dockyards. That needs to be done. They need to go. I can't believe he's not targeted them yet. I understand taking some of these units out, but you've got to get the dockyards out of the way if you want to have naval dominance right now. This is still building ships. And the longer you leave it, the more SAMs that are going to get produced and the more strikers you're going to lose. So we'll see how that goes. These naval landings are going to really hurt Alpha team. Got some more airstrips here, as they've outproduced their own airfields, should I say, sorry. Lots of power plants being built. Blue team have got a couple of power plants, but nothing too much. They could have built up this, but I suspect they've not got enough money. As I said, it's a slow advance, but they're getting there. They cannot actually see anything that's in... Oh, they can now. There's just too many things to hit. Slow advance, but they are moving down there, and it's always being supplied. But this is more or less not defended right now, just scattering of units. It's not a big force on the ground by Alpha team, but it will divert units away from this area, giving this relief. Hopefully... Oh, that's one building down. Blue's really under pressure here. Hopefully, with this slowing down, the units coming this way and going that way instead, it will give Blue enough time to gradually grind all these units down. It's doing the right thing and gradually just sending units up. There is enough to do enough damage. If he was just to pull back down here, then he'll just get swarmed. He's just buying himself as much time as he can. He is producing a lot of units, and he does know that up here is being decimated. The longer he can keep this force here, the longer he has more free reign up here. This air force is absolutely decimating Bravo team. No further advancement. Oh, do we have... No further advances on The island to the north are just on full defense at the moment. These strikers are just going to be absolutely decimating everything here. Must have lost a lot of ships. Looks like they're just going for the numbers control. Maybe they're just trying to get the area a bit clear. Looks like we're waiting on landing craft. Seems to be the only issue as to why they're not over there yet. But they're going to keep losing the landing craft if they don't get these dockyards out of the way, because they're going to keep building cruisers. This here is going to get decimated. Finally, they're getting enough SAMs in to actually do a bit of damage. They lost a few strikers there. This is still going on. They finally pushed through the mountains, which is a good one. Is that at risk of all this now? They're rushing in the SAMs as a last resort, just trying their best to lose by as much time as they can. They have lost quite a lot there in numbers, but they're still committing. There's no units coming down at all. There's nothing there. Looks like this factory here is being built just to push down here more, but it's not going to be enough. Most of this artillery here was from developer Infenza, or whatever you call it. He's probably going to leave a comment now. Hopefully not. More landings of the north. It looks like he's almost given up on this southern part, which is a shame. But I understand coming here instead. It's a trade kind of situation. If that can hold its own for just a bit longer, buy it time, sacrifice this to get in at the production buildings up here. I don't know. It might be. There's a hell of a lot of SAMs going on as to counter these aircraft, but a lot of these aircraft have now been damaged. Fuel is definitely an issue. And now it's going to give time for Bravo team to build up their navy again. Red team do seem to be struggling. The Air Force is being rearranged. And we have a rocket pad. 2 rocket pads here. That is going to be the next play, I think. That's a lot of money invested in that. That is. Looks like Bravo team is finally just... They need to get rid of these production buildings. Once that's happened, they'll be alright. City has been built on this area, so they're crying out for money. That's given... I mean, what's the money at now? 1,200 for Infenza. We'll have a quick scan around at this stage. Dessa is at 746. It's not good. All this territory should have been his at the start, to be completely honest. Whereas Infenza now has it. That is the big difference. Maheen, blue team, probably not on that much. Yeah, 750 as well. There's just not enough territory. And that's with all this territory here, so it's very important for him to get that, otherwise he would not have been as successful as what he has been so far. And the Lobster running out of fuel, he's at 900 and something, so it's not... It's actually in favour of Bravo teams currently, but that's only because they've just captured all this. If they can push this off, that would be great. Desperately crying out for money now. He's probably a bit preemptively getting those industries in. This push by Alpha Team is definitely starting to get a bit of attention. They're getting the helicopters in there. There's not enough SAMs. Those helicopters are going to decimate anything that comes up this way, so that is a good play. The Navy is definitely building up again. Get that fog of war off. There we go. But that will deny any naval invasion from this northern island to the south with the current navy strength he has there. What have I missed? Was there a commando play that I missed? Oh, no. There must have been a commando play that I missed. That is unfortunately. So fuel refineries have been stopped. I cannot believe I stopped that. Missed that. That was a very good play from however that happened. Yeah, looking at it, looks like we've got, yeah, transport ships. So developer did a sneaky landing drop here, took out these refineries. That is going to cost him, so that is why Red has probably lost most of their fuel production, which will also affect blue as they are sharing, well, they were sharing fuel production. That has stopped it, so that needs to be rebuilt again. That's going to slow them down. Blue is, not blue, Bravo team is pretty much taking this southern section now. But the landings do continue, putting pressure on the main section, but that is also being pushed back now slightly as there's less pressure on that southern part. City being built. Trying to grab as much money as they can. There's a hell of a lot of missile bolts here. Now this is good, but also a bit concerning. As they're doing alright, but they don't know it. All these missile bolts are to counter all this horde of planes. That could be devastating, absolutely devastating. But these two rockets, enemy team will not know that these exist at all. You cannot see them. One is actually finished now. That's probably going to go for that navy. If that goes for that navy, the army can go across and just sword in. That will be a big play. There's constant pressure from here. Is that rocket going to be launched? It's not quite ready yet. This other one isn't being produced yet because there isn't enough. Oh, straight away. Instant launch. Oh, I see what we're going to do here. They're going to destroy this. Get rid of that. They've gone haste move. It's not going to be enough. Yeah. Done. All the missile ships are gone. And now I fully expect all the planes to be sent. Yeah, here we go. Here come the aircraft, which are now going to be taking on all of those cruisers, which have no air support at all. They are not designed to take on these aircraft. They're just going to get absolutely hammered. Look at all this. This is ridiculous. That's a lot of strikers flying just in amongst all of... Well, there's no escape for this now. They're fully committed. This is going to be an extremely bad trade for Bravo team. That's a lot of time and money spent building these cruisers, all to get a bit of fuel. Yes, that could be good. See, look, Red has just run out of fuel. That saved the cruisers there, but is it going to be enough? Looks like they're trying to go down here. They can obviously... Oh, they've resigned. No way. Wow, okay. Yeah, Alpha Team resigned. Wow. Really thought Alpha Team were going to do it at the beginning. Bravo Team seemed a bit lacking. But then they clawed it back, and with the lack of fuel, they would have just decimated all of it. Alpha Team's Navy would have decimated it all. Wow, that was a great match. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope my commentary wasn't too much. I've not done one of these in a long time. If you're interested in the game, it is brilliant. Please subscribe and you will see more of these replays being done if you just want to sit and watch. The game is brilliant. That was in beta version, which is now actually open for public. So you can play this version, which is Teams. It will soon be in the normal version, which is currently only 1v1, which is still extremely good. But the Teams is definitely a bit more exciting. So thank you for watching. Please like the video, get this game spread around if you liked it, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.